Apparently we're recording.
But everyone not still on holiday?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, hang on. Are your kids off?
Nah, they're back at school, but one of them vomited everywhere last night, so he's not.
What one?
The youngest one.
Little shit.
I know, 2 weeks. 2 weeks you have them, and you're like, yes, they're going back to school tomorrow. Dad don't feel good. Blech. It's like, ugh.
It's hard to argue with a vom as well.
Yeah, you can nickel and dime them on other stuff, like I got a sore throat bullshit.
Yeah. Sore tummy.
I've come up with sore tummy. I got a massive rash all over my body. No, you haven't. I can see you haven't.
Yeah.
But a good old fashioned vom.
Yeah. Hard to argue.
Yeah. So yeah, he just vommed everywhere. It's like, oh, god damn it.
You just spent a week away with your family as well?
Yeah.
In Taupo?
Taupo, of all places. Great place, Taupo.
Big Steve there?
Big Steve came for just one night. Big Steve. Passing through. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. I played a bit of golf. Played with the missus, I just wanted to actually see what was going on here, and I was like, that's the first round of golf I've ever played with her, and I was like, I just want to see what's going on here, because it's a big, you're just at the clubhouse just smashing Chardonnays, or you're actually playing golf.
Let's take our time with this yarn, by the way, because I think this is fascinating.
Yeah.
So she's been playing golf for the last 6 months or so?
No, only the last 3 months getting lessons.
That's right, and you broke it to us here at the agenda
a
couple of weeks ago that she was taking time out of her weekend to text you saying, look,
that's the line.
Playing a bit slow at the moment.
I'll be home a bit later.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and we know that's the classic.
That's right.
I'm at the pub.
She was playing your game.
Yes.
And now you've decided to call her bluff and go, all right then, let's play some golf together.
Yeah, she's pretty handy.
Okay. Yeah, well, my take on this is a take that I've always had on women in golf. I'll try to be careful with this. I think golf was actually designed for women. It works well. It works better for women.
They don't try and hit it as hard as guys.
There's some patience there.
Yeah, they don't try and hit it as hard. It's all about timing.
Technique, timing.
I think she's potentially
elegance.
She's taking over because she's using my clubs as well.
Is she?
Mm.
How tall is she?
She's about the same height as me.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's using my clubs.
Okay.
She outdrove me a couple of times.
G Lane. No,
No.
We'll be careful with this.
No, so I was off the whites. She was off the reds or whatever.
Oh.
And so, she had a 50-metre head start, and I would always try and flex, so I'd try and absolutely crush it. And then a couple of times it basically went horizontal, went pretty much 90 degrees from the tee, and she just dunked it down the middle.
You were suffering from a chronic duck hook for a while. Is that still hanging around?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah.
The duck hook's now gone. It's now back to the slice. It's one of these, golf's one of these things. You never get it right.
Yeah, no, you don't.
You never get it right. But
well, Anna might have.
And then I think she has. Well, it's because they kind of just go dink and time it down the middle. It's like, oh god, that's frustrating.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing golf with Jason Hoyt. Every miss hit is still straight, so he ends up scoring half decent scores at the end of the round, and I had no respect for it. Yeah, well, this is the thing,
and you can't be a guy going around dinking it around like unless you're 70 plus. Unless you're 70 plus, you dink it round. Any younger than that, and who knows, he might be 70 plus. There's no excuses for not muscling up.
I couldn't agree more.
Because 1 in 10, you'll crush down the middle and your dick gets bigger immediately.
Well, the issue that I've got with it is I played a round of golf with him not that long ago, and I sliced it 4 fairways over. Yes, it went about 250.
Yep.
And his was a dribbler, only went about 40 metres up the fairway, but it was straight. And I don't know.
That's humiliating.
We're playing a different game.
That's humiliating.
He's playing field hockey.
You don't want to do that.
Anyway, so the round that you played with Anna was...
It was good. It was good.
Right.
That was only 9 holes because we had the 2 boys with us as well who fought like cats and dogs the whole way around. This is the problem when you got young boys in your family. Golf course is not the place for little jabs like you suck. Like that. Especially when the 2 boys have weapons, i.e.
golf clubs, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. So that was fine.
So it wasn't romantic because when you said that you went for a round with Anna...
No, the kids were there.
I would have thought that might be quite
kids
a romantic situation. No, they are.
They're always there. They're omnipresent little fucks.
What did you score?
Like
don't know.
46 or something.
That's all right. That's respectable.
47.
Coming in close to 90. I don't mind that. What did Anna score?
53.
Okay, we've got to keep an eye on Anna's handicap, I think, as time goes on.
I think if we took the handicaps into account, she fucking smoked me.
Yeah, good shit.
But I don't do that. It's just straight up.
Okay.
Net scores in our household. Yeah. So when one of the boys hits a 60, I was like, you suck. I got a 41.
You've got that written on the door as people come in, just net scores only.
Net scores only.
Right, let's get the show on the road.
Okay, should we start this? Okay. Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios. This is the return of the agenda for the 28th of April. It's a Monday, by the way. Monday.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Hey, 5-day week this week. Are you going to be all right?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know. 5 days.
I mean, we work at the ACC, so Friday, that's a write-off.
And then Saturday, you got rugby. Anyway, this happened last night.
Bring out the plate and let the celebrations begin. Auckland FC are A-League premiers.
Champions!
Emulating the Western Sydney Wanderers side of 2012-13 by winning the regular season silverware as an expansion club in their very first season. And they are not done yet.
Can I just say, it is a shit trophy. It's a plate.
Oh, you're not happy with the plate?
Nah.
I didn't mind it.
I'm not. It's like the A-League Premier, bring out the plate. It's like, bring out the gimp. Bring out that. For me, not good.
Are you
the
sure?
Plates, unless you're doing fucking lines off it, it's not good.
Oh.
Which,
flip
hopefully,
it upside down.
At the end of the season, stick it in the microwave.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in the microwave, G Lane.
So I went along last night. You were obviously working there.
Yeah, I was
working the mic.
I had a quiet day, so it's quite good.
We were in a corporate area, and they had a DJ in there.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear any of your work.
No.
I didn't even know you were there.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, and we were right behind the corner kick that went in the goal.
Oh, that was a great goal.
And there was a lady in the crowd who will remain nameless. And she said, as he was taking the corner, I'll suck you off, you saw a goal. And he scored the goal, and the box erupted. We're like, you got to promise is a promise.
Oh, my days. I mean, do we know her?
No, we don't. No,
okay, well,
she was very passionate. She was screaming the whole time, like, I won't do it.
Let's go.
I won't do it.
I think it was Marley Francois that scored that from the corner, bended it in.
Yeah, he did. That was magnificent. First goal scored from a corner in the A-League history.
Is that right? The first one? Because it does happen every now and again. But,
but not in the A-League, though.
What a season it was for Auckland FC. I saw, I was there yesterday. God, it was a humiliator. Man, the ground announcing thing, you've done it plenty in the past, G Lane.
But you're out and about, though. You're not the voice of God guy.
Yeah, it changes. So sometimes there's a guy called Henry who does all of the voicing for All Blacks, Super Rugby, and this.
Where are you, AFC fans?
That's right. And the Warriors as well.
Yeah.
And so that's his job. And then yesterday I was just doing like the pre-match stuff, and that was pretty easy. And then you get to commentate the humiliating kind of, vegetable relays that they run during the halftime and stuff like that.
Nadia was there, though.
Nadia was there.
Yeah, she's a real breath of fresh air.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did. I said hi to her for longer than I should have, and then I kind of mingled afterwards. But geez, the post-match presentation was carnage because obviously these boys had just won a competition, and they had to get wrangled into one area, and then we had to do the post-match presentation. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all, and it was a real humiliator in the end because it meant that I stuffed up lines and whatever. Doesn't matter.
I see Kimberly Down even took over.
Oh, yeah, she was there.
And she interviewed the captain.
Yeah, she was there because that was for Sky.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't get to go to Sky. No.
Yeah, but that was on the big screen as well, and that's your domain. You get the fuck off there, Kimberly.
Was she on the big screen?
She was on the big screen.
I wasn't informed of that.
Yeah, you need to get. She's encroaching in. Tell you, get.
No, that pisses me off actually.
Exactly.
Because I saw Bexy yesterday, and yes, I call him Bexy.
Yeah.
CEO of Auckland FC.
Yeah.
And he dapped me up, and he said, "Mate, well done this season." And now to find out that he's putting Kimberly Downs up on the fucking big screen, that pisses me off.
Yeah, she's coming in. She's coming for you.
Well, she's coming.
No, not that way.
Oh.
Hey, what's the prize money?
I don't know. What is the prize money?
Nothing for the A-League.
Oh, okay.
So if you win the A-League, you win nothing. I think you win a better cup than the plate.
Yes.
You win a cup or something. In comparison, Liverpool wrapped up the EPL last night as well.
Thump Tottenham 5-1. Thump Tottenham.
They get 50 million New Zealand dollars.
Okay.
So it's not a prize money as such because it's payment the next season from the English Football Association.
Okay.
So they get 50. They're number one.
Yeah.
So they get 50 million New Zealand dollars for winning.
Right.
They're ranked number one.
That makes sense.
And then it goes all the way down to the bottom where I think the lowest team gets like 2 million New Zealand dollars. But there you go. So Auckland FC, great season. If they manage to take out the entire competition, they'll win nothing.
But just a bit of cup, maybe.
Except potentially more sponsors and more valuable sponsors and probably a bigger fan base in comparison to the EPL.
I don't know how it works in the A-League. Can you spend willy-nilly?
Is there a salary cap?
Because I know the way that it works in the Premier League and why that's so important for Liverpool is because the new financial rules is that, you can only spend a percentage of what your club makes, which hinders smaller clubs and whatever comes through the door in profit, you can only spend a certain amount.
Okay.
It's very fucking confusing. But that's why that's so important, is because now that they can have an extra, since they've made $50 million, they've got another 50 mil, or probably more like 35 to spend next year.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's, but I mean, say that EPL's probably the premier league in the world. There's a soft cap in the A-League.
Yeah, and Ali Williams in the Mowbray said, you know what, to that soft cap,
stick it up, thingy.
That's
Jackson.
right.
Hey, also just as an update because they obviously won the Premier Plate, came first, so that means they bypass a few of the knockout rounds. And I heard that the semi-final is going to be Saturday, the 24th of May at Go Hard.
G Lane, I swear to God, these A-League finals, mate, I've spent the morning trying to rake over these.
That's what I heard. I was talking to someone in the know there, and they said, yep, it's all confirmed. 24th of May, back here at Go Hard.
Okay.
Apparently, and that's the one game playoff straight into the final.
Yeah, now, these are allegations that I'm throwing around.
Okay.
I heard yesterday while I was at the game, and this is not from inside.
Yes.
This was from external sources, that Eden Park had been thrown around.
No, it's not happening.
Is that bullshit?
It's not happening.
Okay, cool.
Well, the thing is, because the A-League take over the finals. So,
they do. That's why I don't have a job over the finals. It's quite good I get
and
to
they take over the ticketing and everything. So that's kind of weird. But also, on the rumour mill yesterday as well, I heard that Wrexham, the club most famous for being owned by Ryan Reynolds and Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, what's his name? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Rob McElhenney.
There you go, Joe. Jeez, quick with that.
And he mainly famous for the Netflix show, but they're actually playing all right.
Well, promoted three times in 3 years. So up to the championship now.
Apparently they're coming on a Southern Hemisphere tour.
Okay.
And they've thrown out that they're in talks with Auckland FC, but apparently Auckland FC have been having no such chats. But maybe it's Big Bill Foley, like you were saying.
Yeah, well, that was my only thought, is I feel like Bill Foley, who does a lot of work with, owns Auckland FC, and then obviously has Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth and the Golden Knights.
Golden Knights. He's a bit of a gunslinger, so I can imagine he'd be the type of guy to go, you know what, get on over here.
Yeah, he probably just bumped into Ryan Reynolds.
It'd be fucking awesome to have Wrexham over here. I mean, how much do we care about Wrexham?
Well, I suppose it was popular on Netflix. I think people would care more about if Ryan Reynolds came.
Yeah, I think so too.
So if he turned up and was yelling from the box, it would probably bring a different crowd in.
Petition to bring Blake Lively over here.
Oh, Blake.
Yeah, big Blake Lively fan.
Oh, yep.
Partner of Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
So look, I'm in favour of that, mainly due to the personnel it might bring along with it. But
that's the football desk. I'm tell you who'll be fucking hating this, and this is the Phoenix sitting back and watching all this. There's a hoopla.
Suck on that, you yellow fever.
What has come to light though is obviously David Dome, the CEO of the Phoenix, was saying, there's so much media hype around the Auckland FC.
Yeah,
we didn't get enough of it last year when we made the playoffs. It's because it's an Auckland team, and I think it's pretty much true.
Yeah, no. Well, this is the thing. It's hard to argue with that, isn't it?
Pretty much true. That's a lot of media bias because it's based in Auckland.
Yeah.
And poor Phoenix is sitting there going, "You motherfuckers."
Well, this is look behind the curtain here, but all it takes is to invite a couple of Herald reporters to a corporate box, and then all of a sudden there's 45 articles being posted about it each week, and that's all it takes. That's how the world works here.
Yeah. Also, how many billionaires live in Wellington? You got Peter Jackson. They need to tap up Peter Jackson.
Oh, this is interesting.
They need to tap up PJ as the Phoenix and go, look, PJ, we are having our dicks shrunk a little bit by a couple of billionaires up in Auckland.
Yeah.
We've got the plastic factory guys, the plastic toy guys, and we've got Bill Foley.
Yeah.
And it's another one as well who's a bit of a silent investor, billionaire who's invested as well. And it's like, we need a hand. You are sitting there with half of Miramar you own, half the Wairarapa. Like, can you just fling us a bone here and let us compete with all these billionaire dick swingers?
My only concern with that is, has Peter Jackson ever watched a game of
Doesn't
sport?
matter.
That's a good point. He doesn't have to know.
I can't imagine Anna Bobrad's throwing herself around a football field. Well, she might have. I don't know that.
No comment on that.
No.
But Peter Jackson, sorry, I got distracted there for a second.
But you got Ali Williams. He's never played football.
No, that's true. I think he might just be too Orc focused for the Phoenix. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is what happens. I think come 2-3 years from now, everyone will benefit from Auckland FC's hype. I hope that's the case. I'm not actually sure.
They had Terry Serapisos. He was a piece of work. He was, but he went bust. He used to own the Phoenix.
Right, okay.
He used to drive his Jag into the middle of the training fields and stuff and jump out. And
right. We should have a conversation maybe later in the week. Maybe I'll do some research for you and talk about how hard it is to make money as a football club here in NZ. It's a bit of, it's not good.
No, okay. We can do it later. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. I got some sweet. We got some Super Rugby to chat about, some Augusta chat, and sperm racing.
Excuse me.
Okay, I've got some more Augusta chat for you. I know you love Augusta chat.
Jesus, you've just pulled something out of your back pocket.
Yeah. So.
And it's not your downstairs operation. That's what I'm used to there.
Well, once again, I'm relying on old mate here, Joe Pompliano.
Oh, great New Zealander.
He's a great New Zealander.
He does most of our research here.
He does.
At the agenda.
He fucking loves Augusta so much. And recently, Augusta have filed their tax return.
Okay.
So because they are not, because they're private, they have to put a tax return in. A lot of clubs are charities, so they don't have to pay tax, but they have to open their entire books of who their members are.
Sure.
And Augusta are like, fuck that, we're not telling you who our members are, so we're private.
Yeah.
Anyway, so their Augusta National Golf Club is valued at $500 million New Zealand dollars, which is not surprising.
Yeah.
But that includes their collection of underground tunnels that are valued at $10 million US, so that's 20 million New Zealand dollars. Now, these tunnels are big enough for 18-wheelers to visit the club without being seen by anyone on the ground. So when the Masters is on, you never see a trolley, you never see a truck, because they're all underground, underneath Augusta. So Augusta looks like a little cottage, the little clubhouse. Underneath, there is like 18-wheelers.
How have I not known about this? This is fucking awesome.
I don't know about it either. But so
that makes so much sense to me now.
Yeah. So also,
you just got dudes fanging about like JFK underneath those. Yeah, that's mint.
So they obviously pay tax, so they don't have to actually divulge any of their club members. They keep that all secret.
Yeah.
They've spent $200 million US over the past decade acquiring 100+ properties and 270 acres of land surrounding its gates.
So do they keep expanding, do they?
Yeah, so they're just buying everything in and around it.
Okay, they just keep making it bigger and bigger.
Constantly trying to make it bigger and
bigger. Is it just I should know the answer to this question. Is it just the 118-hole course there?
No, there's quite a few around it.
Okay, there are.
Quite a few around it. I mean, they even got a practice facility that's like a few acres that's just used for the tournament. Actually, it's here. I'll tell you. So improvements to the facilities, the golf club's invested more than $500 million over the last few decades, including a new practice facility for players, a new media centre, and luxury hospitality offerings. For example, they opened an 18-acre tournament practice range for the Masters tournament only in 2010. The project cost $140 million US.
Okay.
And it's only used for about 12 days a year.
Right.
Just for the Masters. Because the members don't use it because they've got their own area to warm up.
Now I see why they're trying to claim some of that back. So their tax return is... Oh, by the way, I just saw only 300 official members at Augusta National Golf Club.
And you don't know who they are. No one knows. But no, they didn't get a tax return. They pay tax. They're one of the biggest land taxpayers in Georgia.
I thought you were saying they filed a tax return or something.
They did. They filed a tax return, but they pay.
Right.
This is how much we made. So, and it isn't even open during the summer. They close it. So yeah, and it also... They give away the media rights for free. We know that.
Oh, sorry, of course, because it's fucking tax time over there in the States. So they got to go. Yeah, right. Okay.
So they give the media rights away for free. They could also probably generate heaps more revenue by charging more for tickets because there's a massive waiting list.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because it's about the only place that's kept things traditional. Yes. I've heard rumours that the egg sandwich that they sell there, the infamous egg sandwich, is still the same price as it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's still super cheap compared to every other sport is increasing their prices to increase their profit. But they had, rather than price gouging, they try and create such a unique experience and elevate the brand so highly that it's worth more, which is a really interesting way to do it.
It is interesting. And then also not bring up the price alongside it.
Yeah, but it's never been more valuable because of that, because they made it so exclusive.
Yeah, no,
so there
I love
you go, some Augusta chat. They paid their tax. I don't think we'll ever play it. Imagine, I'd love to go along, but it must cost a shitload because you'd have to buy a corporate package, I imagine.
Yeah, I would have thought so too.
Yeah.
Again, I've said it before, G Lane. I know you don't want to, but apparently there's an influencers tent.
Oh, get fucked.
And we're going to target the influencers tent.
I would go full Michael Douglas falling down in that tent.
It's the only place that you can take a social media device in with you.
I'd take an Uzi and I'd take all of them. Full falling down.
Do you know?
Have you seen the movie Falling Down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do, is it?
You got me on a bad day.
You see that, but I saw some of the people in that influencers gazebo.
Oh, fuck.
Whoever is, creating the shortlist for that influencers gazebo.
It's a massive pest.
Yep. That's right. Looks a lot like Joe Jury's Instagram explore feed.
A lot of Paige Harabs there.
Yeah, there's just a lot of low-cut golfers.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying. Am I right, boys?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Somehow it's all over my feed. I think.
Somehow,
I'm blaming it on my son.
Fucking how could it be there?
How is that swing any good? Yeah. I keep watching it over and over again.
Yeah, no. Can't even see the golf club.
I didn't even see the ball.
It's hard to.
Yeah.
Where is she playing?
Hey, Super Rugby. Chiefs back on top. Suck on that, you Crusaders.
Yeah,
losers.
No, that does piss me off.
Back on top. Where they belong. Smoke the force at Mount Maunganui. Disappointed at Bay Oval that they didn't allow the crowd on the field. A sold-out Bay Oval. It looked a picture.
Looked awesome. Yeah.
It did look awesome and great there that sold out. Sold out. Not many games, you can say, in the Super Rugby competition have been sold out.
Fuck no.
But smaller ground, only 9,000 or so there. But they could have just... How cool would it have been to sell VVIP tickets or whatever and put people right on the sideline?
Yeah, no. There needs to be a more fast and loose approach to these types of things, eh? Why not? It makes sense.
Or at least be nice. Just at least run some stock cars around the outside at the same time.
Oh, see, now we're talking.
Because there was a massive gap. But they ran away with it in the second half. Another kind of third quarter blitz from the Chiefs. And then the Carver Bowl, Saturday. Good to see Moana get over the Fijian Drua.
Love the Carver Bowl.
Yeah, and then Crusaders, predictably, over the Landers down there at the Sistema. And great to see the Canes playing for their season. And I think they may have... by winning that game against the Brumbies in Canberra, I think they may have put the final fork in the Blues.
Okay.
I reckon.
Yeah, I think so too.
And because the Blues went down to the Reds badly too over in Brisbane.
Yeah, that did feel like the nail in the coffin moment for this season in the Blues. That wasn't pretty.
I think so. They're not going to make the top six.
I understand. Well, you came in this morning with a real smug look on your face after.
Great weekend of punting.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I had a shit weekend.
Firstly, the three-way from the ACC Sportsbook for the second week in a row came off.
That's huge.
So that's huge. Joe Jury stepped in for you with an ice hockey punt.
Classic.
I went anytime try scorer Cortez at Atama, he scored 2.
Love it.
And Carl went for the Knights under 16.5 points. And I must admit, I was nervous because they scored when they got to 12 quite quickly. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. This is where the Warriors leaked some points. Luckily, they held on.
That's right.
And, I think it was paying $7.
And then what was the Super Rugby bet you had on with Mr. McConey?
Well, the multis, we had Chiefs over the Force, fine. We had Moana beating the Drua.
Okay, right.
We opted out. We're such pussies. We opted out of the Blues-Reds game because we couldn't agree.
Mate,
we couldn't agree.
That's not you being a pussy. That's you being smart, G Lane. I think that's the first sensible decision you've made ever.
But the back of my mind, I've just got the sort of voice going, pussy. In the Crusaders.
That's an insight to the way that you work.
Yeah. Well, it's like my golf game. It's like you just need to think this up.
You fucking bitch.
You go, pussy. You drive the green. Drive the green, you pussy. Lay up. Drive the green, you pussy. But the pussy one's much louder. The Crusaders to beat the Landers and the Canes, they were outsiders, to beat the Brumbies, so that bumped it up a little bit. So that's another 400 in the kitty.
Fuck yeah.
Which means that our kitty's up to about $2,500 now. We've given away 1,500, I believe.
To who?
Had $100 lots. So if you
love it.
Stay tuned to if you're not on our Facebook or following Facebook, get on the Alternative Commentary Collective, follow it because we'll have another $1,000 to give away. And we give it away in 10 lots of 100 straight into your TAB account as cash, by the way, okay? Not as bonus money or bonus things. So you can withdraw that straight away, put it into your account if you're a pussy. Yeah. Or you can just punt it.
You fucking bitch.
So that's cash in your TAB account. So we're going to have back-to-back weeks. We're going to give away over a couple of grand's worth of cash. But you have to be on our Facebooks to be eligible for that because you have to comment and we'll just pick a comment on that. So get onto it. Rightio, last week also to get in the draw for the Export Beer Garden Tour to Texas. We're going Texas big. We've been to Paris. We've been to Beer Fest. Now we're going to 7 days in Austin, Texas with Export Ultra and the ACC. Last week, okay, because it's going to draw it on Friday, text Ultra to 3236 to enter just you can enter it as many times as you want. You know, if you've done it once, do it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, there's an insight.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, great. Are you announcing that during the halftime of the rugger?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think so. Right. Now, we just mentioned the Warriors. Big game down in Chicha, down at the world's worst stadium.
Yeah, I always get nervous whenever we travel in our own country as the Warriors. It's squeaky bum time because we know what happened in Napier last year.
Yeah.
That was a disaster. Like a national disaster. We had about 48 pitch invaders.
Oh, that's right.
Got
in Napier.
Fucked by the Broncos, I think.
Yes.
And it was just, and I thought, whenever the Warriors play with, I think this is a Jeremy Wells take actually, is the Warriors struggle when there's too much mana. And when they have to travel outside of Auckland, they have to do the school rounds. They have to do a couple of huckers. They have to go and see they have to go to some rugby camps. They have to go to the marae. They have to go and do all these things. And it's just it's too much mana. There's too much love in their heart.
But not this time.
And not this time.
Not this time.
They got the job done.
Not this time, Mash. They what gave me a real heart was the fact that they said this is the last time we're playing in that shitter. Addington shitter.
That turned me on.
And they said next time we come down here, we're going to be playing at Te Kaha. And I thought,
fuck yeah.
Are they going to have a demo party? I think they should.
We should try host the demo party.
Yeah, because surely they're going to blow that thing up. Well, I bet you they recycle it and put it somewhere out in the rural somewhere.
I reckon we put a toilet in the middle of it, and then you just take a shit in it,
and then that'll evacuate.
And that'll blow it up.
So, did you see the scenes with Savage for Anzac Day playing with the New Zealand Army brass band? Whoever thought that was?
That might have been the scuckiest thing I've ever seen. That was so fucking sick. Come on!
Has Savage become the unofficial anthem for the Warriors?
That is what it's fucking about there, G Lane.
He played in Vegas as well, and he played at the top of Ali Giant Stadium. They shut the top up, but he was so he was in the roof with all these like dancers, like just fully like shaking their asses next to him. We thought it was a hologram. We thought it was just a big screen, but it was him. So he owning it down there in Christchurch.
I fucking love that, man. That was awesome. That whole game was sick. It cracked. I mean,
and then the crowd singing the Warriors song at the end. It's not just Mount Smart, Yeah, it's the whole country, and that is why the Warriors do not want an expansion team.
That's right. That's right, because they can go anywhere and then sell out a. Yeah.
Similar to the Phoenix, because they used to get 20,000 to watch the Phoenix in Auckland.
Yeah, for that one game a year that they do up
and so they're like, God damn fucking extensions.
Anyway. Hey, really quickly though, just on the Anzac services / memoriams pre-game, love them. I mean, here in NZ, I shouldn't have to say this, but we've all got family members that were involved in wars, and that's really, I assume, what kind of Anzac Day has really become about now, more so than just even Gallipoli itself. It's just the world wars. But are we sure? When people at the end...
What are you're going to say something?
Yeah, no, if you give me...
You're going to say something like classic millennial here, aren't you?
If you give me enough rope here, I might commit suicide with this.
Do it. I'll just loosen off. Hang on, I'll just loosen the noose.
Yeah, no, this is a dangerous one.
Wait up. Yeah, that's good.
This kind of passive-aggressive we will remember them line always cracks me up, because as the years go by, it gets more and more we will remember that. Yeah. We will.
This is classic millennial.
No, we will, because
being told what to do you?
No, because we will, because that's my granddad. Like I will. But why are you telling me like that?
So you saying that the way it's delivered at the moment is a bit passive. You will remember them.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, mate. I fucking will. Chill out.
That's an odd thing to pick up out of the Anzac. Are you okay?
Yes, mate. Easy.
Yeah, did you have a big night the night before? Because it feels like you're on edge on the 25th. If that's what you took out of the Anzac Day commemorations, is shame on you that you were like, don't tell me what to do, you fucking service piece of shit.
Got a bit of a glass Barbie vibe.
Yeah, it has got a glass Barbie. You talking about me? You talking to me? Don't tell me what to do.
Don't you dare tell me. I just I just noticed that. It was the one at Auckland FC. I just got told that you will remember them. And I said, I just thought to myself, no shit. My fucking granddad. And I love that guy.
Also, I'd like to point out as well, on Sunday is not Anzac Day. Friday's Anzac Day.
Interesting.
So my kind of thing is, if you're going to do Anzac stuff, I think it's Anzac Day.
How do you?
Because doing it on Saturday and Sunday just turns it into an Anzac weekend. So because if it's on a Wednesday, do we still do stuff on the weekend for Anzac Day with the commemorations? I always thought that just Anzac Day is Anzac Day. Let's pile it all into that.
No,
That's not disrespectful, by the way.
I just had a fucking freak out because I remembered the scenes from my social media over the weekend. How much better are the Aussies at Anzac Day than us?
They put on mock battles like and there's like tanks going around.
It's so good.
It's sick.
It looked like the best time ever. I wanted to get on a plane and get over there.
But that's our entire defence budget spent on the Anzac Day celebrations in Australia.
Right,
so we can't really afford to do that.
Okay. But it looked awesome. But even like what was going on in Sydney with this 2-up shit, whatever that game is.
Yeah, 2-ups. That's the only time that street gambling's allowed in Australia, once a year, Anzac Day.
Is that actually a legal thing?
It's illegal to street gamble. You can't go out in the street and run a poker.
Right.
It's like the same thing.
And then for one day a year, it's kind of like the purge.
One day a year, you're allowed to play 2-up anywhere, and they play at all the bars and everything.
Yeah.
If it was Jonathan Thurston playing it, it was funny.
Oh, I bet.
It's very funny.
Great New Zealand.
Because I think they just have 2 coins and you flip them up, and if it's 2, you bet on 2 heads or heads or tails or 2 tails.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You double your money.
Right, okay. Just a lot of
because all of the diggers,
hot women.
All the diggers used to play it. All the diggers.
Oh, it was a diggers game, was it?
Yeah, that's why it's called 2-up. They used to play it in the trenches. And
so
all the diggers. So
that's nice.
High five to all the diggers and all the servicemen out there. I'm not going to be disrespectful by saying it's not outside Anzac Day, but I just feel like it. A little bit. Okay.
Well,
we're both giving ourselves enough rope.
Brave from us there.
Yeah. Hey, let's move on to the G9. Powerade G9 is back, which is the golf thing at Eden Park. Now, everyone would have probably heard of it, where they basically set up holes on the hallowed turf of Eden Park. Then you go round various stands and just hone balls onto the field.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is good fun. And it's back for 25. But this year they've got new Twilight Sessions, which includes a sideline bar and whatnot. And you go down and you putt in the changing rooms. They've got a sand trap as well in the left-hand corner, which you try and get out of. It's good fun. So, and that is returning again. I think you just had to head to the ACCNZ.com, has all the info. I think we're going to go around and slam some balls around next week.
I think so, yeah. I think we're taking on the Hauraki Brekkie boys.
Oh, fucking easy pickings.
Yeah, easy pickings.
Easy pickings, only because Mania, like, he will... You saw him slice it onto the road at Pupuki. He'd be out of... His short game's as bad as his long game.
Yeah, that's right. They're both overthinkers.
And they've given it up. They've given up on playing the drive guys.
Yeah,
I think they're just...
Yeah. Oh, the drive guys. Jeez, Jason Hoy couldn't get it past row B.
No, but he'd be quite good because it's all short chipping, so it's all short arm jabs, no power required.
He would have to go full swing with the 4-iron, but...
No, driver. No, he would full driver. Because the holes are about 70 to 80 metres away, so he'd have full drive.
Oh, we showed up today and chose war. We've taken on too many people. Are we taking a break, are we?
Yeah, we're going to take a break. We're back with Yours Please, speaking of wars.
Yours Please!
Yes, Chris.
Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Rightio, we've got 3 to get through today. First one, Yours Please.
Yeah, g'day guys. I'm going to the Zimbabwe series in July, August. I was supposed to go to Africa with the missus next year, but then the schedule came out and I convinced her to bring it forward. Just wondering if anyone knows anyone that's going to be in Bulawayo for the first test, July 30th, I think. Fuck Canterbury Country. Up yours, Finn.
He's going for a walk.
Yeah.
May have the dog with him, but he's obviously working on some crushed shells or aggregate of some description.
Yeah, I'm imagining a cow track.
Yeah, I'm imagining
like a stop bank.
I'm imagining riverside.
Yeah.
Lush trees, autumnal trees, walking along riverstones.
Can I say about this guy though? We see what you're doing, mate. He's looking for a contact.
What? And look, good on you. He is touring Zimbabwe. The Black Caps are touring Zimbabwe July, August, and he's going to the July 30th test in Bulawayo.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who has gone to watch test cricket or cricket in Zimbabwe to follow New Zealand.
He's got that past the partner.
He is the first. Well, he's got it past here on a safari excuse.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go and see some wild animals.
Yeah. And I'm going to go watch the cricket.
Some shit test cricket.
So, well, look, if you are going... drop us a line and we'll put you in touch. We'll like some sort of weird Zimbabwean touring Tinder. We'll put you in touch with each other. But good on you for convincing the missus. Does she know that the cricket's on? Because I'm thinking that you've convinced her to go, Zimbabwe's sheep this time of year.
Yeah.
And you're gone and then you're going to go, cricket's on, babes. Should we go?
Yeah. I think that's what's going on there. And to answer your question, contributor, no, I don't have any dealer contacts in Zimbabwe.
Next one, Yours Please.
G'day, boys.
G'day, mate.
Andrew from Napes here.
Oh, Napes.
Andy.
Running hot and cold. Hot burgers, cold beer. I've just listened to your History of Hate replayed on the Anzac Day podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
And I've just thought of a link between my studies, doing a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in history, especially New Zealand history,
yes,
and the yellow seats at the Cake Tin. And we need to talk.
Okay, Jesus. So he's got a theory on the yellow seats in Wellington. Okay, well,
I think we want to be careful around.
We'll talk to Andrew from Napes.
I think we should clear that theory off here.
Do you know what the History of Hate? I listened back to it because we did those maybe 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Whew, here's some spicy.
No.
Shit
there was some far spicier shit than I even remembered. Because they came out when I was about 16. Jesus Christ. When I was about 16, and I remember watching those thinking, "Oh, this is where I want to be." And hearing them last week when editing them together, I thought to myself, "This is not where I want to be.
This is not okay." Spicy. It was very funny, but it's like, it is what it is. It's released. It's out there already. We just re-released them. It's like the Jeremy Wells and the Country Calendar parody they did when he was farming Pākehā and Māori, and also farming. Now the bottom fell out of both those markets, so now he farms. Little people.
That's right.
And he feeds Jimmy the dwarf with a bottle. It's outrageous. And he walks into the kitchen and his wife's got a black eye. She's making tea and biscuits. It's like everything about that is so wrong. And it's the guy from 7 Sharp.
When that does the rounds on TikTok.
Oh, fuck. It does.
I send it to Wells every time. Fuck you, Mash.
Every few years it goes the rounds and fuck, it makes me laugh.
That's so good.
But that's like
That's not, sorry, whatever. Let's move on quick before we get
next one, yours please.
Fuck me, am I listening to the ACC commentary? I just heard, might have been Blocker Roach say he hasn't got the best of balls, but he should swallow that. Sounds like you, G Lane. Anyway, fuck yous. Love yous.
Fuck you. Love you.
Yeah,
fuck you, love you.
Mate, fuck you.
What was the, he's got big balls, but he should swallow them? What was it?
He doesn't have the best set of balls,
right?
But he should swallow that.
That's a great line from Blocker. He sucks, Blocker. Only because I like him, but when he commentates Warriors, he is the most negative piece of shit you will ever hear. Nothing they can do is ever right. He is a piece of crap, Blocker, but that's a good line.
Yeah,
he can get. Our door is always open to Blocker.
You'd love to hate him, don't you?
Yeah.
I think. Well, that's how I feel about Blocker. If I saw him in the street, I'd be all over him.
Great nickname, Blocker. Roach.
Great nickname.
Blocker Roach. He's no going past him, mate. It's Blocker Roach. You'd be like, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So is that all the yours, please?
Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Thank you for yours, please. If you haven't sent us a yours, please, feel free to. On the iHeartradio app, there's a little microphone button when you're listening. Press that. There's a 30-second window. It comes straight to our desk. Be great to open up the gene pool, although we love people like Andrew from Napes who sends us those cryptic ones. Get on there. Let us know. Ask us a question. Any requests or anything like that, get on and drop us a line.
I don't want to, push an agenda that doesn't belong here. Have we dreamed of a female yours, please?
I think we've had one.
We've had a female yours, please?
We've had a few, actually.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's
we have had a few. There are a couple out there.
All right, they've dried up slightly since I've arrived. They've cleared up slightly since I've arrived, I've noticed. Okay, right, I take that back then. I'd just love to hear the dulcet tones of a woman over the next, couple of weeks maybe, so just something to think about.
You're a sicko.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, and we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of The Agenda. Thanks for joining us.
Delete that.
Delete the last one.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.